Marriage is not for the rebellious, argumentative, or nagging woman. Let's stop pretending. Men don't get married for emotional roller coasters, mental debates, or war room discussions. Men marry for peace. Not just comfort. Peace. Not just kids. Peace. Not just sex. Peace. And here's the brutal truth. You can be beautiful. You can be brilliant. You can be a boss. But if every conversation feels like combat, he'll never come home happy. Let's break it down. 1. Men aren't looking for a debate partner. He's had a long day. Deadlines, traffic, pressure. And the moment he walks through that door, boom. Why didn't you text back fast enough? Why didn't you take my suggestion? Why do you always do things your way? Now he's defending himself at home. He didn't marry you to be cross-examined. He married you because he thought you were his safe place. Turns out you're the courtroom too. Every argument is a brick in the wall. Yes, men want smart women. Yes, men want strong women, but nobody wants to be corrected 24/7. Every time you question his every move, every time you challenge every word, every time you correct like a mother, not a partner. He doesn't hear maturity. He hears, "You don't respect me." And once a man loses respect in his own home, he either goes silent or disappears altogether. 3. Nagging isn't communication. It's noise. There's a reason ancient proverbs say it's better to live on the roof than inside with a nagging woman. Let that sink in. He'd rather face the rain than your mouth. Men are not perfect, but men do remember tone. Pressure, humiliation. The man who once ran home to you will now take detours just to breathe. 4. If you want to lead, marry yourself. Some women weren't raised to partner. They were raised to compete. Everything is a challenge. Every suggestion is an attack. Every disagreement is a power struggle. But a man doesn't want to wrestle every day. He doesn't need a boss. He doesn't need a critic. He doesn't need a mirror. He needs a woman who lets him lead with peace and purpose, not paranoia. 5. Marriage is a surrender, not a strategy. Ladies, hear this. Marriage is not a TED Talk. It's not a feminist campaign. It's not a trial run for dominance. It's a daily surrender of ego for partnership. If you're still armed with childhood trauma, if every man reminds you of your absent father, if every disagreement triggers survival mode, you're not ready. Because the man you claim to love, he's not your enemy. He's not your opponent. He's not your project. He's your partner. And if peace isn't part of your offering, don't be surprised when he chooses silence over conversation and distance over dinner. Final word. Men don't leave because you're strong. They leave because you're loud. The modern woman can do everything. Earn money, raise kids, lead teams, win arguments. But ask yourself, can you preserve peace? Can you follow without resistance? Can you trust his instincts without a lecture? Can you express pain without projecting disrespect? Because marriage is not for the rebellious, argumentative, or nagging woman. It's for the woman who knows how to speak without stabbing, how to disagree without disgrace, how to love without leading a revolution. Don't fight the man who's fighting for you. Drop the sword, build the peace, become the home.